Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something sick.
I wasn't expecting that
either. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny, I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things, of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
I was just listening to our most recent, I think, was November 6th.
Oh, wow. That is a long time.
Mm-hmm. And it was kind of a cliffhanger, so...
Oh my gosh, was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just, I might tell you just about where I'm at right now, because and then I might listen to the cliffhanger and see if it, because right now, I'm in the middle of a Leonard Cohen binge.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but the thing I like, the one line of his that always brings me back to him is that one where it says, where he says, there's a crack in everything.
So that's how the light gets
in. Yeah. And I just love that. I just love that so much. But also his voice and all the rest of it. And I think he might have popped up because I have felt very shut down recently, not really connected to myself, and I'm not experiencing that as a negative thing. More just a very neutral thing, sort of cruise control. And nothing, no highs or lows or no amplitude in anything, just a nice sort of fairly smooth sort of line. But I do notice that when I do try and go and see what's going on inside, this neutral, this part that is keeping me in neutral just chugs on over and smothers is too definite a term. it just kind of, this part comes and just says, no, cruise control, here we go. And so
instead of smothers, maybe smooths.
Yes, good word. Yes, smooths it all out. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And when I try and locate that part in my body, it's like mist. I can't pin it down.
Okay.
Except that anywhere that I start having a sensation or there it is. That's what. It's nowhere and everywhere until such time as there's something it needs to smooth out, and then it's there.
Okay.
And once it's smoothed out, it goes back to being this sort of nebulous antimatter kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
So there's been a lot of that recently, an awful lot of that, and I don't mind it at all. It's quite peaceful and
compared to extreme highs and lows.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Leonard Cohen popped up, and I go, maybe I need a little crack in here and let some light in.
Yeah.
And maybe it's completely disconnected, and I just heard a Leonard Cohen song, and it took me off down that rabbit hole. Who knows? I don't know. So before I came on, I was thinking maybe we could look at that.
Okay.
But I'm really curious about what the cliffhanger was.
Well, it's just, okay. I can tell you a little bit. We started, you were telling a story about your dad and an interaction you had in which he picked you up from the table.
Yes.
And then there was a part that said something like he didn't do anything. And then I said, maybe that's a protector. And then another part said, oh, that's the most important. We need to go there. And we ended up not going there and going to kind of the parts around it, which felt great. And you did good work. But there was at least a part saying this is the ticket. We need to learn more about that. So
my heart rate's just gone up.
I wonder how the smooth it out part reacts to that. Hearing you say that.
Let me check. It's a wee bit, I was going to say it's a wee bit frantic, but the smooth part doesn't get frantic. It's very attentive. It's very focused. It's not smoothing it out, but it's not. But it's super vigilant. No, that's the wrong word too. There's no word that I can give the smooth part that is any kind of an action. It doesn't like it when I give it an action. It's a sort of an anti-action part.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the thinking part of me is super interested in the. I remember the story now, of the dad part and all that. Like, I have real curiosity around that. I'm not sure I feel very connected with it emotionally. I think the smooth it out part has done a good job of disconnecting me from my emotions recently.
Okay.
Oh. But Now, I think there was something else that came up after that call. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was having memories of, yes, so this is getting emotional. I was having memories of when I was much littler and how awful I was to my younger sister.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's where the emotion is.
Uh-huh.
And the smooth it out part is it's a bit immobilized right now. It's
Well,
my guess is that if I wasn't talking to you, I think the smooth it out part might be have a bit more power. Because the things that it's smoothed out up until now have not been anything that I've verbalized out loud. They've just been internal things that it's reacted to.
Mm-hmm.
But saying things out loud, I think, is a different environment for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and maybe you said it's immobilized, so it feels like it doesn't have an ability to kind of affect it once it's been shared.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, I want to send a message to it that I don't want to just bypass it. I do think that its job is important, and that my goal isn't just to find the most emotional, scary places and get you to talk about them. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we're gonna. I just want you to know that, and all your parts to know that we don't have to go to any part. We don't even have to do IFS.
No. No, exactly. I could go and clean the kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, that's not happening, but what do I want to do? I think I'm going to leave the emotional part for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just see if that's right. Yeah, it's right, but I need to do something before before I just leave it.
Mm-hmm. Some other kind of acknowledging or bookmarking or offering it something.
Yeah, offering it something, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Those those fighting siblings, little ones, the little fighting ones need need somewhere safe. fighting about it.
Okay. They could have individual safe places.
I was just going to say they need separate places. Yeah.
And if it does make them... Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if it does make them feel better, we could let them know that we can bookmark them also, and
yeah,
we'll come back sometime.
Yeah. The little me that was being mean really needs that. That's what it needs the most. That's what she needs the most.
Okay. I'm making a note.
Yeah, me too. I've made a new resolution to try and write things down as I go. What are you calling her? That's ridiculous.
I wrote down little me. So
well, I'm going to write little
might not be very descriptive.
I'm going to write little angry me, because there's lots of little me's. Little angry me, little angry me. Yeah. Yep. She's she's a bit huffy about it, but I've given her a skipping rope. That's what she needs.
Okay.
A skipping rope that she's not going to break. Yeah, she likes it.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the smoothing out part. I don't really know how to start with this one.
Okay. Did it have... you were saying that it was kind of immobilized?
Yeah.
And then I tried to sort of send it a message about just honoring its work. Did it have any response to any of that?
Yes. There was an acknowledgement there about from it, you, but I just know that it was. I can't describe it to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't say it was nodding its head, or it was, because it's not that.
That's fine.
Yeah, concrete. So, yeah, it definitely heard that.
How do you feel towards it?
I'm trying not to feel too much, because as soon as I do, it comes into, wipe it clean or smooth it out. So I'm trying to be very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Very low key, very small in any response that I have to it.
So if it detects any strong feelings in you, it would want to smooth them out, and so you're trying to stay a little smaller.
Yes.
I wonder, hypothetically, like if I had strong feelings, like if I was like very curious about it, how would it react to that?
Confused.
Okay.
It's never had to smooth out anyone else's feelings.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really confused by that. Okay. Doesn't know where to go. doesn't know.
Okay. I'll just let it know that it doesn't need to do anything or try to manage my feelings. I was kind of curious just about how it felt or even would feel if I was very curious. If that was something I should share with you, or if I should also tread more lightly and that particular feeling of curiosity, if that one in particular was one that it felt like it should smooth out or react to.
Yeah, it has no hierarchy, in terms of feelings. Just it's anything is smooth it out. It doesn't even really need to know what it is. It just needs to register that something's going on. There's a fluttering or a... I was really confused. I feel quite sorry for it. It's never had this sort of attention before, because its objective is to
subtract attention from other parts.
Yes. It's kind of like it's a negative space, So it's confused, and it's. I don't think it's. I don't think it's particularly spooked or afraid. It's just really confused. Like this is not. It's kind of had a clear job description, and this has never been part of it.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to also just welcome its confusion. That it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to feel that way, and it's okay if it's hard to explain or describe, or if it's new. That I appreciate what we've already learned about it.
Yeah, that relaxed it a little.
You said you felt sorry for it.
I felt sorry for its confusion. Yeah.
Yeah. Does that feel like a compassionate sorry for it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
And how's it reacting to that?
Oh. Well, I've said the words to you, but I'm not sure I've let it know. Ooh.
Maybe you could do the same hypothetical that I did. Like, what if I was compassionate towards you?
Right. It just creates confusion again.
Okay.
It is aware that as long as I keep it really low key, it can be aware of me having a sense or having a feeling without the need to rush in and cover it up. But oh God, I've got to keep it so.
And how do you respond to that? Does that feel like something you're happy to do, or does that feel like a limitation?
To keeping it small?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It feels like a limitation, but it also feels perfectly fine. Like,
yeah.
I can easily do, well, not easily, but I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah. Great. Feels fine to me too.
Yeah, I don't want to scare it. You know what I mean? I like, because there is something familiar about this part to me. This is not. It's familiar rather than a knowing, because its whole point is to stop stop me knowing too many things, including knowing about it. But I do recognise that it's been around for a while, you know, that this kind of neutral, non-feeling place is a place that I recognise. It's letting me know, yes, I have been around for a while. It's very its communication style is super subtle.
Yeah.
I don't know how far we're going to get, really.
Okay. Is that a part that's concerned about progress and efficiency in the process?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. And you know, I mean, you and I could probably sit here for half an hour and just sort of do nothing very much. And I have a worry about that, you know, about the podcast and about being efficient and about your time, and, you know.
Yeah. You know, when you said you and I could sit here and do nothing for half an hour, I got a big smile on my face. Like, that sounds nice.
Yeah. And it's kind of what this part has had me doing for a wee while now. Is kind of basically doing nothing, you know.
Yeah. So the one who's worried about the podcast and the progress, it's worried about your own internal progress as well as what we're creating here, right?
Yeah.
Just
it's less worried about my internal progress, actually. It's kind of I'm fairly comfortable just sort of being small and quiet with this part.
Okay. I think that's great.
Yeah.
And you and I have both talked about how much we enjoy the only podcast in the world that can have minutes of silence.
True. So true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't see it because it's just this misty sort of thing, but I can feel it smiling at that.
Smiling at
empty minutes of silence, of nothingness.
Yeah.
That's kind of its thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're trying to meet parts where they are.
Yeah. You know, the other thing that it doesn't worry about is when I do that weird laugh thing that I do. That one that I just did then. It has no concern about that feeling, no.
Okay. So that feeling is okay with it.
It's not just okay. What is it? I don't know what this means. What I'm getting is that it's camouflage. There we go again.
Great. Yeah. That's one of the ways that it does what it does.
Yes, to camouflage
Beautiful.
itself.
Nice. Yeah. And then there's maybe another part, or one of you saying that the laugh is weird, that you can see that maybe that's different from some other laugh that you have, and that's signals that this part is camouflaging.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The way the camouflage is. The smoothing out part, how can this even possibly be true? The smoothing out part not only sort of tamps down any feelings that come up for me, but by its very nature, it doesn't have any feelings either. And I'm not sure that can be true, but it can't do its job if it did have feelings. Do you know what I mean? And the not being worried about the silly laugh thing is camouflage for it, because it can say, see, I do have a feeling. Look, there's a laugh.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It felt like it made sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. I think the bit that doesn't make sense is that you can have a part that has no feelings.
Yeah, there might be more to it than that.
I'm not sure that's true.
You could ask it how it feels about not being able to have feelings.
Okay. Okay, I'll try. Let me try. No, it's not having it.
Okay, that's fine.
It's I was going to say it's blanked me out, but that's much too active a thing. It's just gone. What do they call it? Grey rock. Is that what they call it? It's just gone.
Okay.
Hang on. Ask the question again. What was the question? I don't think I asked it properly. Ask it again. What?
I was wondering how it felt about it not really being able to have feelings in order to do its job.
Right. Yeah, hang on, let me. Yeah, there was a little, ripple in the smoothness there. But it quickly smoothed it out again.
Okay.
So I think it's yeah. um, sorry, I'm kind of sending some reassurance.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't much like the little ripple.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Noted.
not so much didn't like it. It's probably too strong. It didn't really know what to do about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it got a little bit, had a tiny, tiny little thread of worry about it.
Mm-hmm. About not knowing what to do.
Yeah, about the
Mm-hmm.
ripple being there, and yeah. So I've stepped back a bit and just let it smooth out the ripple a bit.
Great. There's other ways to get to know parts besides asking them questions. You know, there's other, you know, what are you seeing about it? What are you could make some guesses about it and see if it wants to correct you. You know, when you say you feel sorry for it, I'm assuming that's because you see it in a state that you imagine would be difficult for it.
Yeah.
And so you could kind of test that out or show it that, or anything else that you're seeing about it.
Just kind of observe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I can do that from a distance, you know, without causing any ripples. So you're talking about my guesses about it, my observations.
Your observations, and sometimes just by making hypotheses or saying, well, I think I see this, or I imagine it feels like this. Sometimes a part will,
okay,
you know, kind of be drawn to want to be a part of that conversation.
Yeah. So I think it's very sensitive because not sensitive and being like, you know, easily hurt, but sensitive in terms of what's happening in its environment, because it needs to you know, locate places that need smoothing out quickly, you know, or efficiently, so that, and it also means that it doesn't it's very amorphous and doesn't rest anywhere, because it needs to be available everywhere. My guess is that other parts don't really know about it.
Right. Yeah.
And that
it's two amorphous working in the background.
Yeah, and because if they knew about it, they would do things to protect themselves from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I also think, oh my goodness, yes, I also think that it's, in the same way that it doesn't like me looking at it or talking to it, that, you asked it a question and it got a little bit worried.
Uh-huh.
In that same way, it doesn't want to be seen by any of the parts.
Right. Right.
And I'm guessing that means it's pretty bloody lonely.
Yeah, seems
funny,
like a reasonable.
funny laugh again.
Uh-huh.
There it goes again. Oh my God.
Yeah, because lonely is one of those smooth out feelings. Needs to be smoothed out feelings.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a little cascade of feelings happening. So it happened really quickly, and it went, I said it might be lonely. The giggle happened.
Mm-hmm.
You said it doesn't want that feeling or something like that. It has to smooth the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And for a brief flash there, it got really angry.
Mm.
It was only a tiny flash because angry is
Yeah.
far too big a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then another flash of sadness and then back to anti-feeling again, antimatter, sort of.
Okay. You had mentioned that it wasn't really comfortable being seen by us, and I just wanted to, address that or think about how we can change course or step away if that's really what it wants. And I also want to apologize if there was anything that I said that caused it to have anger. If that happened right after I said something, if what I said was insensitive or missed the mark or anything.
No, it arose out of my identifying loneliness. That's what the anger came from.
Mm-hmm.
When I said, I guess it might be lonely, that's what the anger was in response to, and then the sadness. It's kind of like I hit a nerve.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't like nerves very much.
Right.
I don't. The thing about it, the thing about us, me noticing it, you and I talking about it. The thing that it's just weird for it. It's like
Yeah.
You know, that I don't think that it doesn't know whether it wants it or not, actually, because wanting is a feeling that is like, but it's not running screaming for the hills. Do you know what I mean? Like
it doesn't hate our curiosity about it.
No, it doesn't. It's not even sure.
It's confused.
It's confused. Yeah, it's not It's not a confusion that is scared or afraid or. It's just not its normal. Not how things normally are.
Yeah.
Normally, it just comes in and smooths everything over, and nobody takes any notice of it.
Right.
Because that's its job. So with me talking about it and noticing it and us talking together about it is confusing, but not necessarily scary or something.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask it or just make some more offers about anything that you think it might want or need from you?
Yeah. That's a good idea. Just confusion again. Need is a feeling. or something close to a feeling.
Yeah. Well, it has a job.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's... It's good at its job. So, you know, I could give it a very positive performance appraisal. I wonder how it would feel about that.
Appreciation.
Yeah. It's it doesn't quite know what to do with it, but it quite likes it. That's weird for it. It's very weird for it.
Yeah, and it sounds like we keep hearing like it doesn't know what to do with that, and just that in itself is weird for it to not know, to have something and to not have to do anything with it. Our curiosity, compassion, and appreciation are all things that it doesn't have to do anything with.
Yes. Yes, that weirds it out completely.
Yeah, a lot of parts are weirded out by that. Not used to that.
And for this part, not only is he not used to it, but it confounds his job, or its job. I don't know where his came from. It confounds its job because normally, so our noticing it and being interested in it, all of those things register as as a I don't know how to describe it, as a disturbance in the in the matrix. You know what I mean?
Right.
And any disturbance that it recognizes, it has a one job. It is to smooth it over. But this kind of disturbance confounds his job.
Yeah, it's kind of outside of the matrix.
Yeah.
The one in which this part operates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to let it know gently and quietly, or not too much, that there is a whole other worlds out there outside of his, because I don't want to scare him too much. You know, it's got to be gentle. Yeah, I did. That was too much. I did it too much. Now he's worried that he's got a whole bunch of other worlds where he has to go and smooth things out.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Because that would be more, sounds like more work to him, right?
More work. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So I was thinking maybe about sending a message more about that he's not alone. Just in our witnessing of him and his job.
Yeah.
And the other parts.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have anything to do with any other parts. What did you mean actually when you said that? Sorry.
Well,
can you?
That's what the smoothing out is about other parts.
Yeah.
Disturbances.
Yeah.
And so I was just saying that we see that too. We can see the other parts, and we can see how this part wants to manage them.
Yeah. So what was your original thing? Just
that he's not alone.
Not alone, yeah. Confusion. He's confused again.
Okay.
It's not a bad confusion though. It's just like it's similar to the confusion you have when you taste a new fruit or a new food that you've never tasted before.
Yeah.
You don't know if you like it or not.
Do I like this? Right.
Yeah. You just don't know what it is. And yeah, I'm just letting him know that when he's figured it out, whether he likes it or not, I'm really interested to know that. Like, he doesn't have to like it. But if, I'm interested to know what he figures out about his level of interest or likeness of it. He's not spitting it out.
I'm sorry, level of interest in what?
In whether he likes this new thing or not.
Oh, the not being alone?
Yeah, the not being alone, the being observed, the...
right. Yeah.
People not needing anything from him except to...
And we can also modify how we do that so that it is more palatable.
Yeah.
So, while it's a fact that he's not alone, it doesn't just mean here's your new roommate and now you're stuck with him.
And now it's party time. Yeah.
It's we come in peace and we're interested in getting to know you and helping you out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
quietly. We come very quietly.
Right.
We move slowly. There's nothing big, because big things around him means he's failed. You know, he hasn't smoothed things out. So,
yeah. He was also concerned about, like, if other parts know, then
yes.
they'll have some ability. They'll, I don't know, defend against what he does.
Yes.
And I think that can be kind of part of what you offer is, yeah, your world with him and your relationship with him doesn't need to be everyone else's business.
You know what? I think. I just have an idea that I'd be interested to see how he responds to, which is okay, I'll try explaining it to you rather than to him, and then you might hear it. So at the moment, he is on the lookout everywhere, 360 degrees all the time. And his job is to smooth out where he can.
Mm-hmm.
My idea was that perhaps, rather than him being responsible for everything that comes into view, that I could take some responsibility for that, and that if there was something that I thought, it might be good to smooth out a little bit, to call on him rather than him just doing it to everything.
Yeah, you could try offering it.
Yeah. He's a bit worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks he has some concerns about overwhelm. Like if he just relies on me, that I won't notice things that need smoothing out. If he relies on me to say, I need your help, come and do your job over here or over here,
right.
or he's worried that I will miss things. And I mean, he's happy for me to do that. What he's not happy is to let me do it all. He still wants to
have some autonomy, or have some
and to make some calls on things, because he doesn't trust
some
that
calls,
I'll make
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But he's willing to be called on.
Yeah.
So that's a step. That's a the relationship that we've got.
Yeah.
Which feels like a step in the right direction.
Yeah. Even if it's not the best agreement between the two of you, you're at least communicating and offering and trying new things, experimenting.
Yeah, because it was just an idea on my part, and if it's not going to work, well, we'll find out, I guess. Yeah, there is a problem with it, though. I don't know how to contact him.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have been aware of him up a lot recently.
Yeah. How am I aware of him?
Or how can you make him more aware of you?
Yeah.
You could ask him if he's got any ideas about that.
Mm. No, not getting much. He's this thing of communicating with me is still still weirding him out a bit. Like that's not a skill he knows how to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And your question was how you would call on him, right?
Excuse me just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know what that was. Something went down the wrong way and I'm not drinking or anything.
Hmm.
Do you think that was part of what we're doing or something just random?
I have no idea.
No, me either. That was weird. That was very weird. Sorry, I've lost the thread now.
It's okay. I remember.
Yeah. Can you remind me?
It was how can you call on him?
Ah, yes.
And I was also kind of, and how can he notice you if that,
yeah.
I don't know, if those feel like different or one's possible and one's not, or.
I call on him. I mean, the only I'm just trying to think how it's come to my attention that that things have been smooth.
Mm-hmm. You said you were feeling shut down, not connected to yourself, on cruise control.
Over the course of this conversation,
Mm-hmm.
it's I've come to feel more positive about it. Like before, it felt like all those words that you just said have a slightly negative kind of thing to them. Like
Yeah.
I'm feeling more positive about it now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe maybe I was worried that I wasn't feeling things. Maybe that was concerning. I had a part that was concerned about that, maybe.
Right. Well, and if you're trying to do parts work and you're unable to connect with parts, then...
That's what it was. Yes, of course, that's what it was. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that's how I know that he's there. is because when I try to go and do anything,
he blocks the way, or
he blocks the way. Yeah,
makes it harder to connect.
Yes. That's how I know he's there. Like, because he's, it's this kind of conundrum thing that because his job is to stop everything, I don't feel anything in my body. I don't feel, it's only I identify him in the absence of things rather than in his presence. In the absence of any other, of being able to connect with anything. Yeah. It's a very weird sort of through a looking glass thing.
Yeah, and it's definitely a more subtle type of work that you're doing now. And congratulations. You're able to communicate to some degree.
Yeah.
And go to this part with self energy and find out what you find out.
Yeah. Yes, I guess the first thing was being able to identify it as a part. That was the first step, rather than just saying, "Oh God, I'm fucking hopeless at this."
Right? Yeah, I can't do this. So,
I can't do it. This is stupid. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
Go me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had those other parts that the parts are saying, well, we could sit here for 30 minutes. We're not going to get much out of it, or we're not going to make a good podcast and all that. And it's kind of like, we're learning what we're learning, and go you.
Yeah.
And maybe it will take some time. Maybe it will take more than one call and 1 hour or whatever to learn how you can be for this part.
How to relate to this one. Yeah. Yeah. And he's just as interesting as all the other ones. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Fancy that being there. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fancy meeting you here. I think we might have gone as far as we can today. I think maybe. I don't. Yeah.
You could ask him if he's got any other requests.
Yeah. And once again, having a request.
Yeah.
Boggles his mind. Okay, not a request. Let's not call it a request. Let's call it... is there something in the world or in your world that could be different? You don't have to want it, and you don't have to...
Don't have to do anything with it.
You don't have to do anything. You don't have to feel anything about it. But is there something that could be different? Just, random? Okay, let me... Windows. He thinks it would be interesting. Interesting, huh? He's wondering about how it would be if he, instead of... it's a bit hard to explain. Instead of looking directly at something, he could look through a window at it. So instead of being...
Give him a little space from...
Yes.
The immediacy of his job.
Yes. So instead of him being totally sort of embedded in the matrix, he wonders what it would like to be able to see it through a window. He doesn't want the window attached to a wall because then it would be blocking him off. But just to have a sort of window hanging there in space that he can look through and see if it feels, see how not feels, see if that would work or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've given him some hanging windows, unattached windows, and he can experiment. He doesn't even have to use it if he doesn't want to. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's good.
All right.
He's comfortable with that. And I also just want to very gently and quietly get a sense from him as to whether I should come visit him again. So I don't want to, intrude or make him feel uncomfortable, but he's neutral about that, which is okay, I think.
Yeah.
Doesn't mind if I don't, but doesn't mind if I do. So,
great.
Yeah, I think that's good.
It's fine.
It's caused no ripples. That's the main thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. And I also just, if I have a final word, it would be again to apologize for any of the ripples that I might have caused or that either of us did cause in our inquiries.
Yeah.
So, but I did take notes, and I will listen back, and that's data. That's data for me. So
and thank you for that. And my feeling is that you didn't. But but we should both probably listen back. But my feeling was that it was all mediated through me anyway. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, that will be, I think that's a good thing to listen for. Yeah, let's listen back and see.
Yeah.
That'll be really interesting.
Yeah. We're going to make our visits nice visits.
Yeah, they're always nice, James.
Yes, for this part, we want to make them least disturbing possible.
Yeah.
And we can be creative and we can be patient and figure out how to do that.
Yes, yeah, totally. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Because I was a bit pissed off at him, but now I'm not. So that's
a part.
Not pissed off, frustrated, but I'm not now. I'm not at all. So great.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And just before we stop, how is Christmas Day going to be for you? Is that
I have no comment. I don't have any.
Just another day.
Yeah, I might give out some gifts to my neighbors, but other than that,
okay,
that's about it.
Well, if it's not problematic for you, I wish you have a good Christmas day. And
okay, I will do my best.
Yeah,
I hope you have a good one too.
Yep, it's going to be good. Okay. Just me and my daughter, so it'll be good.
Awesome.
Okay, James, thank you so much.
Thank you. Talk soon.
Have a good evening. Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows? That might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube. And they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.